This is W8SRC, and this is the W8SRC UHF repeater system operating on 446.15 megahertz with a minus 5 megahertz offset and a PL of 100 hertz. Wanted to give you guys an update. It's been a couple of years since I last showcased my repeater. Unfortunately, about a month ago, the antenna, after 10 years roughly, finally blew down during a storm. And so we had a roof guy actually come up and reinstall, I guess, the antenna, put it back up in the air, and now it has even a little bit better coverage than it used to, which I'm really happy about. It's up roughly the same height, about 32 feet above ground level, 974 feet above sea level, and since I made the last video on it, I have upgraded the repeater firmware, the SCOM firmware I should say, for the 7330. They just recently released firmware package 1.9, so I upgraded, including a new version of S-Boot, which is the programming software that is used to make changes to the memory of what you would need to like save it onto your computer and things like that, which I've done a video of earlier. But I updated that, and I also updated the general controller firmware, which is now 3.8.1. It used to be 3.7.1. And one of the new features that they upgraded, or that they put into this firmware release, is one of my requests, which I'm really thankful that they did, and that is they have a new command to have the Sean Caldwell words, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time of day it actually is. You can now set that as a time variable, which I really like. It makes all of those messages I had that have that sound a lot smoother. And so I thought I would give you a little example. I have my, let me put this one back to the Sky 1 frequency, but on this side you'll see it's on my repeater. And now if I key up here, W8SRC testing.
Dexter's W8SRC 615 repeater system.
I accidentally drifted off frequency. I meant to turn out the power.
Please use a minus offset and a 100 hertz PL access tone.
But or I meant to turn down the power, I should say. It just did its ID and tail message. And what I did was, if you press 400, it'll give you the time, but now instead of two separate words, you'll hear it as one combined word, good evening. W8SRC testing.
Good evening. It's 9:59 p.m. Today is Saturday, May 25th, 2024.
So I thought that was pretty cool, and since it is coming up on 10 o'clock, I'll let you hear a top of the hour ID, and then I'll play a couple more messages on it, which I have uploaded since my last video. It's messages about the repeater that can be dialed up on request, and also a user command list, and other informational messages. What I'll do is I'll give you 3 of them: the repeater info message, the repeater user command list, and the info about the weather alert receiver, which is a CAT WX250 I have down here.
This is the W8SRC repeater system.
The time is 10 o'clock on Saturday evening, May 25th, 2024.
So about half of my top of the hour messages I actually redid to match the change that I did to my time command. So now I'd like to play you the repeater info message, W8SRC testing.
Welcome to to the Southern Michigan Repeater Network's W8SRC repeater system. This repeater is located just north of downtown Dexter, providing coverage to much of southeast and south central Michigan. It transmits 72 watts ERP from an antenna 974 feet above sea level. This repeater can also be accessed via Yaesu System Fusion using an open digital ID. Please wait at least 5 seconds after the analog carrier has dropped before switching to System Fusion. For a list of repeater user commands, press 412. Thank you for your interest in and usage of the W8SRC repeater. Enjoy the machine. Please identify.
We'll do the repeater user command list, W8SRC.
This repeater has many great features available to you. To perform a DTMF test, press 85 star, followed by any numbers or letters, except star and pound. Leave a little space between each digit for best results. For the current time and date, press 400. For the current time and date in CW, press 440. For Echolink and IRLP information, press 413. For information about our weather alert receiver, press 414. To hear fun messages, press 700 through 714. To use the remote base, press A13 to connect and be ready to transmit. Press A12 to monitor and A11 to disconnect. To turn on the weather radio, press A18. A17 turns it off. DVR echo test and repeater desense test commands are coming soon. To hear this list again at any time, press 412. Please identify.
And now for the info about the weather alert receiver, W8SRC testing.
This repeater is equipped with a digital weather alert receiver tuned to Detroit area NOAA weather radio. During any communications emergency, please monitor this frequency for up-to-the-minute information and instructions. Otherwise, it is open for general amateur use during such emergencies. We also encourage you to monitor Washtenaw County's Skywarn and Aries repeater, NADUY, on 145.15 PL 100.
W8SRC clear listening. So what it does during a weather alert issued by the National Weather Service is it links up to the Skywarn repeater, which I have here on the main band, and it lets other users of my repeater listen to the Skywarn repeater and not transmit on it unless they issue the code to make it transmit. And thought that would be kind of a cool thing for it to automatically do that upon the National Weather Service issuing a weather alert. And it goes into different modes depending on if it's a watch or a warning, so that users are aware of that. Alright guys, a few more NOAA Weather Radio videos are coming soon to my channel, including up-to-date broadcast cycles, and maybe even one more CRS video as well. And as far as plans for the future of this repeater, I'm hoping to one day put up an Echolink and IRLP node on it. Maybe even a broadcastify feed. We'll see how that goes. 7-3, and thanks for watching W8SRC.